Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Facebook, YouTube as well. How's everybody doing this week? Oh, bright Monday morning, right? Entrepreneurship journey. Got the coffee rolling. Had a great week. Kids were gone. Spent a little time by myself. So I wanted to hop into Monday. Made my Monday post about, it's going to be a great week. We've got Christmas at the end of this week. So families coming in on Wednesday. Probably won't have content on, Christmas Eve or Christmas, got the kids and all that stuff. But I made a post on Saturday about bringing people on and hiring people. And the reason I made that is because I had five, six clients, potential clients talking to me about bringing people on in one way, shape, or form. One client had project manager, another client had, day laborers, another client had, I'm looking for an integrator for, the entire operation of my company. And it really kind of brought out the theme last week. One was a private lender, like all these things. The client I'm consulting with today is all about like their acquisition people. And so the process is all the same, regardless of the people that you're looking to bring onto your team, because that's really what you're building. If you're going to have any kind of scalability with your business, you're going to have people that you deal with, whether it's vendors, contractors, sellers, buyers, all of this. And so the process is pretty much the same for all of these. It's document what your core vision of your company is, what your culture is, what are your core values. And then what do those core values look like in action? So these people that you're bringing on, if you have a project manager that you want, just for example, or even a seller, how do you want those sellers to operate? What is their demographics like? Where do they live? Who are they? What kind of houses do they live in? Like, you want to go as in depth into how these people operate in their world, so that you can determine whether they fit into how your company operates. So the first step is know yourself, know your company, know your core vision, your core values, like how they operate, that's your culture. Then the job description, like you can have what the job is detailed out, but do you have that job description? Do you have the process laid out? Do you even know if they're performing the job well or not well? You're bringing a private lender in. What does that look like? What are the terms? What is the payback? So you're going to have to do some legwork to make sure that you've got how do you know if they're even succeeding? It's not going to be a feel. So what normally happens and what I'm helping my clients through is, up until this point, there was no intention behind it. It was kind of, as one of my clients put, they were able to fog a mirror. And so they fit the requirements. And, now we're seeing that we've got some growth to do in regards to the structuring of how we actually hold them accountable, how we know if they're succeeding, and really it's not even knowing if they're succeeding. It's knowing if we chose properly and if we are set up to help them succeed. Because really that's all it is it's our business. We're bringing them into our world. Do we have the things in place to A, help them succeed, B, know if they're even succeeding, and C, know like what are our options if they're not? And so then it's a matter of, you've got all these things documented. You know what a win looks like. You know what the accountability measurements are. Like, how do you know if your contractor is on time? Or like, if you don't have your process labeled out, like, how do you know that, it took 6 weeks to demo is way too long? Like, you've got to put those documenting factors into play as well. And so it's a matter of knowing yourself well enough to create your core vision, your core values, your culture, know all of that, documenting the process, having your KPIs in place. The book Traction really does a great job of laying out exactly kind of the process on this. And then that was the other thing is, now that you've got them, it's not a matter of convincing someone else that they are going to be a fit and you're the prize. It's a matter of you knowing that you've got a specific person in mind, so ingrained that they have to convince you that they're that person. And so it's a matter of, hey, one of our core values is integrity. One of our core values is this. One of our core values is authenticity. And this is how they look during life. This is our standard. And then you have to hold that standard so that you can relay to them, hey, if you're coming on board, like, this is the standard we hold. This is the standard that's expected. And you have to, as Traction says, you have to get it. You have to want it, and you have to have the capacity to do it. If you don't have all three of those, then it's not going to be a good fit. And that's how you take, not just with contractors, not just with project managers, not just with acquisition people, not just with like the sellers as well. Like, hey, I only work with sellers that are, motivated, willing to move forward, have a timeline that actually helps. Other than that, like, now may not be the good time. It might not be a good fit. They also have to meet the Bryan criteria. So the whole purpose of this and how it really ratchets down is one word: intentional. It has to be intentional. No more flying by the seat of our pants. No more like, I'm doing the best I can. You can improvise and you can do the best you can while this process is building, but have intention with your process. Have intention with the people you're bringing on. Have intention that you're going to find the right person. It is better to not have that seat filled than to fill it with the wrong person, hoping later that you'll find the right person. And I think I'll just end it on that. So if you have any questions, comment, like, share, blow it up. Like, if you're looking to build a team in this industry, you're going to want to do it with intention, or it comes down to time. The more intentional you can be, the less time you have to spend on finding the right person. Build it in the beginning. Finding the right person becomes easy. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good day. I will talk to you tomorrow. We will have Mike Kitko on the podcast tomorrow, and my coach, my mentor, like, dude is amazing. He's going to be dropping nuggets, I'm sure, the whole 45 minutes. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.